I'm Dia Miller, here to talk about the results of my DNA test as a Russian Jew. When I sent in my DNA test to Ancestry.com, I had no idea how they might classify me. My mother is German, but my late father was a Russian Jew. His family came over from what was considered a part of the Russian Federation back in the early 1900s. At that time, when they came over to America, they were classified as Hebrews, language Yiddish. Growing up, I was always taught that Judaism is a religion, not an ethnicity. Even my father would say that. But at the same time, he would also say that one Jew always knows another, and that Jews and Arabs are essentially the same ethnicity, that were cousins. Well, this never made any sense to me, because how can you say that Judaism is only a religion, but then you're saying that it is an ethnicity? It didn't make sense to me, but I knew deep down inside it had to be an ethnicity. Then there are those anti-Israel haters who like to promote the Khazar myth. I knew that was wrong, but I still didn't know how my DNA results might come back. As it turns out, I came back as 49% European Jewish. This is rather significant because since I'm half and half, and we get half of our genes from our mother and half of our genes from our father, this means that my results should have come back 50% European Jewish, and they came back 49, which is very close. So what is European Jewish? Well, I've gone over this before in other videos, but in case you haven't seen my other videos, let me go over it again. European Jewish, the technical term for it is Ashkenazi. That really is the name for the actual ethnicity. There are three major Jewish ethnicities: Ashkenazi, Sephardi, which is Spanish Jew, and Mizrahi, which is Middle Eastern Jew. Studies have shown that these three ethnicities are more closely related to one another than they are to anyone else, more closely related to one another than to Europeans. And we are also more closely related to one another than we are to any non-Jew. We're more closely related to Arabs than to any other non-Jew, which substantiates that claim that Jews and Arabs are cousins. Now, why would we be so closely related to one another? Well, obviously, because we all started out in the same place. We originated from Israel before we spread out. So as a European Jew, a Russian Jew, an Ashkenazi Jew, whatever you want to call me, I am more closely related to Jews from Arab countries than I am to Europeans. Now, in my case, my mother is European, so on my mother's side, yes, I am European. But from the Ashkenazi side, no, I'm more closely related to other Jews than to Europeans. So, in the early 1900s, when they classified my grandparents as Hebrews, they had it right. What's changed? The political narrative. For more information on this, as well as my personal story, check out my book, Half Jew, Searching for Identity. Thank you so much for watching and reading. See you next time.